I just made a video exposing, I think I'm the only one that's actually talked about this anywhere in the world, the fact that BMW has been selling electric cars, which they know are massive fire risks, selling them, knowing they're going to have to recall them, then recalling them after they've sold them to customers. Well, within 24 hours of me making that video, here comes a case of a customer taking a BMW electric car for a test drive and it doing what? Well, the battery pack set itself on fire. What exactly is going on at BMW and why is no one talking about it? I can't believe it. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. It's great to see you. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for being part of the electric revolution. And boy, is it exciting time to be alive. I get up every day and I'm just like, wow, oh, look at this news. Oh, new cars, new electric cars, new battery technology. New, what else is new? Renewable energy prices coming down. Renewable energy is now cheaper than the cheapest coal. Cheaper than the cheapest coal. You know what? That is what the media should be talking about. Instead, what do? They print headlines. Kim Kardashian shows her bum. The Queen and Prince Harry don't see eye to eye. I mean, come on. People are reading this stuff. They're watching this reality TV with housewives fighting each other. Why fill your brain with this trash when you can learn about how the world is becoming a better place? That's the point of this channel. Now, unfortunately, BMW, questionable whether or not they are really playing a big part in this new transition to EVs. They're making, in my view, what you'd call a half-assed effort. Their electric cars in China are half-baked. I mean, for example, the BMW 3 Series, right? They have an electric version in China. They took an internal combustion engine vehicle, removed the engine out of it, put some batteries in it, made the thing enormously heavy. It's like 2,300 kilos for a 3 Series, half a ton heavier than a Tesla Model 3, which is a similar size, and said, here you go, Chinese, buy this. And they were like, no, why would we buy that? So, yes, BMW is actually making some pretty good EVs now in Europe. Just not making all that many of them. And then, unfortunately, it turns out they're selling them knowing they forgot to put in the battery crash pads, meaning if you have, even a half decent crash, not a really bad one, just a half decent crash, your vehicle has a very good chance of setting itself on fire like this one here in China did, which didn't even have a crash. It just set itself on fire. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, I'll put a link in the description below to the video I made about what BMW are doing with the i4. Now, this is the i3. It's an all-electric version of the BMW 3 Series. This is what I'm talking about, which is a half-assed vehicle. It's not an electric car. It's got a transmission tunnel. There's no transmission in there. I mean, seriously, you're paying premium money for a car with a transmission tunnel and no transmission. I mean, that's the kind of half-assery going on at BMW in China because they're panicking. They're going, whoa, our car sales are crashing in China. What are we going to do? Quick, make this. Just chuck it out there, give it to them. Yeah, you can see why their sales are going down. This is going to make things even worse. So what does this mean? Well, electric vehicle fire accidents don't seem to be exclusive to Tesla or China startups. German brand BMW is no exception. Now, the media are probably not going to report on this at all because, well, they haven't reported on any of the crazy stuff going on at BMW yet at all. They haven't reported on the battery defects. They haven't reported on the fact that BMW is selling these cars knowing they've got battery defects in them. Why they're not reporting on this? Maybe because BMW pays for their advertising? I don't know. Don't know. Good question. A BMW i3 electric sedan caught fire in its chassis during normal driving in the city of Zhengzhou in central China's Henan province. Auto media outlet Auto Home said in a report today, adding that conditions at the scene indicated the accident did not result in a burst of flames or injuries. Now, this report has only been cited by Chinese media. No one in the West has reported on this at all. I couldn't find it anywhere other than in Chinese media. Seems strange, very strange. This vehicle was a test drive vehicle at a BMW dealership that was on its way with an employee of the store as well as a consumer in there. The fire started while the vehicle was in motion. When they noticed something unusual and all the people in the car got out immediately, they found the rear of the vehicle chassis was burning, but there was no burst of flame, according to the report. The i3 is an electric version of the 3 Series. It was officially launched in China on the 31st of March. It uses lithium ternary batteries. I mean, come on. LFP, another good reason to get LFP batteries, right? It has one version, the i3 eDrive 35L. It's only for the Chinese market because it sucks. Yeah, it does. It sucks. Now, this model costs $53,000, pretty much base. If you want to get, a steering wheel, you got to pay an extra $5,000. If you want to get, electric windows, you got to pay an extra $25,000. No, you don't really, but that's the whole idea with BMW vehicles. You pay for extra standard things that are standard on other cars, you pay more. So really, if you want to get the BMW i3 electric sedan with a similar spec to the Tesla Model 3, you got to pay about an extra $15,000, something like that. BMW i3 deliveries began in China in June with 1,600 units delivered that month, according to the China Passenger Car Association. By comparison, Tesla Model 3 delivered 26,000 vehicles in June. So what's that, 20 times more? Interestingly, a recent BMW dealer store manager said BMW's electric vehicles are having difficulty selling in China, and the sales targets set by BMW each month are essentially impossible to actually meet. Why? Because customers in China are pretty disaffected by German automotive companies. It's not just BMW. Chinese media and blogs and forums are saying the same thing, that Audi, Mercedes and BMW, their vehicles are not good enough for the price in comparison to local competition. This is a common theme shared by thousands of people all over Weibo, all over blogs, all over forums, all over Chinese media. This is the current reason why, right? Local car makers, nearly 50% of all their vehicles produced in China are EVs, whereas legacy auto, 3%. 3% versus 50. This is disruption happening at an incredible pace. So what does this car actually have? Or here are the specs. It comes with 210 kilowatt motor, 400 newton meters of torque, 0 to 100, 6.2 seconds, 70 kilowatt hour ternary battery pack, and a CLTC range of 526 kilometers. Now, you're probably thinking, that's a pretty decent sized battery pack, 70 kilowatt hour. CLTC range 526 kilometers. That's probably WLTP of 400 kilometers. Why would a car this size, it's not a big car, have such a minuscule range with such a big battery pack? Because what I told you, it's insanely heavy. It's not engineered to be an EV. It's engineered to be an internal combustion engine vehicle. Now, the similarly priced Tesla Model 3 Performance has a 0 to 100 acceleration time of 3.3 seconds and a CLTC range of 675 kilometers. Obviously, the long-range version, which is even cheaper, has even more range than that. So, 2 points here. Number one, companies should start using lithium iron phosphate batteries. They're cheaper, they last longer, they don't set themselves on fire, they don't need battery recalls. Massive, massive, massive good decision by Ford to start using LFP. Rivian said the same thing. They're going to do it as well. Volkswagen going to do it as well. Why GM not doing it? Why BMW not doing it? Why Mercedes not doing it? Don't know. Who knows? It doesn't make any sense to me. Number two, BMW need to stop hiding the battery problems in their vehicles. They need to do a recall, stop selling cars they know have faulty battery packs. I'm not clickbaiting you. Check out my video on this. This is a fact. They initiated a recall in January. They kept on selling the cars until about 4 weeks ago. This was in the US and Europe. Insane. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.